Well, here we are on the exterior on a beautiful gray March day in North Texas. I think I might put my ladder up right there. We got, it looks a little ragged on the roof shingles right in there. Now, I'm not going to walk the roof today, but I can put a ladder up to it. We'll do a camera. Oh, I see it all over. I won't have to go on this side of the fence. What are y'all doing? I'm gonna reserve, before I start calling that out. But that's a peculiar abnormality that I'm noticing. This is the primary bathroom window right here. And look at the caulking around our brickwork. Oh my goodness. That little guy said she was gonna take me off of the list, and then I get a spam call just like that. But look at here. See the caulking? Right around the window frame, right in there, and right in there. Do you think bugs can get in there? I think bugs can get in there. Do you think water can get in there? I think water can get in there. Do you think they should have been caulked better? That's what I think. That's what I think. So we move on along. These are called weep holes. Okay? Weep holes are there for a reason. Brick is a very good building material, especially in this part of the country. We love it. This home could burn down and you could reuse the brick and build another house. And it's a great insulator, but it's also porous. And so when rain hits it like it did today, when the lawn sprinkler hits it like it did today, the water really just goes right through there. And you have a drainage plane behind it. And then we have these weep holes around the perimeter. And most of the time, the only thing you see that comes out of here, most of the time it comes out of here is water vapor. Now, if you have an event, I get that. You might have a problem, but most of the time it's water vapor. This is our exterior faucet. My client had a concerned, a good friend. It came and rocks are coming through the lawn. I don't really do that, but now that I've been made aware. But while we're here, making everybody aware, see how the yard kind of sumps around here? Okay, that's called a swale. So when the water comes down, then it goes around the house and out towards the street. Okay? What does it look like over here? I don't know. Okay. So, now we're just kind of moving on along. None of the window screens have been installed yet. On new construction, that's not usually a concern. The builder doesn't do that on purpose. People are carrying stuff, things happen. Enough windows to get broken on their own without also replacing the screens. Okay, our post, we have our post on around our patio area. Now, a post shouldn't be spaced farther than 8 feet, unless it was engineered to do so. So if the building plans called for 2 posts because it was engineered, well then, then so be it. Who am I to argue with an engineer? And now my client's friend also noticed that the turf had been pulled back and rocks had been pulled out, and if it's left like that, my assumption is that somebody's going to address that. I don't know what the decision will be, but it will be addressed. Hello, turf. Okay. Moving on along, coming in here. Got these orange flags. Colorblind home inspector. Who is this? On-site landscape supply. So this is the lawn sprinkler people. And I'll tell you what, speaking of lawn sprinkler people, just look at this. A lawn sprinkler head, okay, should not be further than 5 inches. Should be closer than 5 inches to the structure. This lawn sprinkler head is too close. Is that what the flag is about? Got another one over here. Okay. Now over here you'll notice this is a slab foundation, monolithic slab foundation, It's a post-tension, and there's different types of post-tension slabs, and that's the style of this foundation. Now around here, if you'll notice, it looks like it's been, smeared, and that's called a parge coat. And a parge coat is a decorative coating. It's like cake frosting. Cake looks a lot better with the frosting on it. And just because the frosting is cracked doesn't mean the cake is cracked. And just because the frosting isn't cracked doesn't mean the cake isn't cracked. Okay, it's a glazed frosting for that matter. All right, so but that's what it is. And it's normal. Now it has different characteristics. Okay, so than the concrete, and because it's not the same thing, so it expands and contracts with the weather at different rates, and eventually it's going to make some voids, okay, between the parge coat and the foundation, and termites can use that to crawl into your house, unannounced, and that's the way they operate. They're sneaky little boogers, so that's the way they operate. So just keep in mind, top of mind, there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with this. However, it's just a characteristic. A fence too close to the house is conducive to wood destroying insects. Everybody wants a fence. A lot of people want parge coat. Your bathroom is conducive to wood destroying insects. They come up through the pipes. So I get it. So there's that. So we're kind of moving around. Now this right here, okay, that's not a weep hole. What the Sam Hill is that? That's pretty good. This is a control joint, because that's a lot of brick. And we're in North Texas, we expect this house to move. So these control joints, some people call them expansion joints, call them what you will, but they absorb it. So hopefully our movement is right in here, and we don't have zigzag cracks between our brick. The brick is a fascia. This is a wood-built house. That's why we're talking about termites. So we have these control joint, expansion joints, call it what you will. All right, but this stuff gets dry and it shrinks, and it needs some attention. And no, we do not put weep holes. Remember the weep holes we were talking about? No, we don't put them up there. We don't want more water getting into the top. Okay, this is to let water out, not let water in. No, that's just wrong. Wrong. Speaking of wrong, look at that lake. Look at that lake. Huh. What do you think of that? Man, how many times have I had this conversation? If you're one of my followers, you're just going to drop off right now. I don't blame you. Okay? Builders are pretty good about drainage. Excuse me. Yes. Grading. Builders are pretty good about grading. They don't understand drainage. They just don't. And they'll address it with you. And you say, like, what am I going to do with all this water? You think that's good for the grass roots? You know what it's good for? Mosquitoes. That's what it's good for. Think it's good for your foundation? No. Don't. They say, if it doesn't dry within 48 hours, we consider that a problem. Well, the problem with that is that's not drainage. Okay, that's evaporation. We're dealing with swampage right here. That's not drainage. Look it up in the dictionary. Don't ask me. This is not drainage. Okay, I'm going to come and take a couple still pictures of that. And it's the same on the other side. And this is not uncommon. And what happens is, just last week, 5-year-old house, my client was transferring, okay, going to get a better job, going to work with Elon. So anyway, they call me in. I go like, man, you got your drainage around the house, okay? Your drainage around the house is poor. I mean, you're gonna have problems with this. Same problems I told you. Kid, you know what? I've gigged frogs in deeper water than that. All right. So shallower water than that, and that deeper water, I've gigged. Okay, that's good hunting ground. That's good mosquito ground. Your dog can wallow around in it. Your kids can get in it. When you get the landscapers to come in here, they don't care rain or shine. Those guys need to make a buck. You can have lawnmower tracks running all through here, and then when you sell that, this is not going to get better. The builder is going to tell you, he's going to say, like, let's just let it go a few months and see how it acts. All right, see how it goes. And then he's hoping you're going to forget about it. You're going to drive into the front of your beautiful house. You're going to go in the front of your beautiful garage, in front of your beautiful door. You're going to go through your beautiful house. You're going to hang out on your beautiful patio, the posts that have the stands on it. And then you're not going to be over here. You're not going to be over here. You're not going to be looking at it. And they hope that you forget. Honestly, they know that all these houses are too close. Look at the drainage over there. They know that sooner or later they're going to have to put some drains in between some of these houses. They should probably put them between all of them. But they budget, and the fewer drains they put in, the more gravy. That's where the Christmas bonus comes from, I guess. I don't know where the Christmas bonus comes from. So that's what they tell you. Now, then they come back, and believe me, I've had this conversation. They say, well, our warranty company doesn't have a problem with this. Oh, really? Your warranty company? No. The warranty company doesn't have a problem with it. Okay, nothing to see here. Keep moving. I'm going, well, who owns your warranty company? And they well, ABC. Well, ABC? Doesn't ABC own your company too? Yes, but no. They're different. They're separate. One hand doesn't wash the other. We're not using a warranty company to rubber stamp something to make a problem go away that should be fixed. We don't do that. Well then, if you don't do that, why aren't you fixing the drainage? Why aren't you? I could almost write this part of the report, I could write it at home before I ever came over here. It's so common. You can go through all my YouTube videos. Just like go down and find, section was it 1A, 1EA, and that's the exterior. And I'm going to be over here, and I'm going to be talking about this over and over and over again. Trees shouldn't be placed closer than 25 feet to a slab foundation. Okay, to allow for roots to grow and the branches. You don't think those branches are going to tear your roof up? They will. Oh, we got some rain gutter at the front. How about that? We have a little bit of rain gutter at the front. We got continuous soffits. And we got continuous soffits, of course. Continuous soffit vents. And in the attic, we have continuous soffit baffles. I was in the attic earlier. So, that's a good thing. That's just a characteristic. We got some cut stone on the front and the brick. But these little crepe myrtles, and it's too soon for them to bloom, okay? But they will. They're tenacious little guys. But they're ornamental, okay? They're ornamental. I get that. Like kittens are ornamental, but eventually a kitten's going to grow up to be a big old nasty tomcat. So now, can you get it to move? I don't know. We got a tree too close to the house over there, tree too close to the house over there, tree too close to the house over there. The homeowners association, you might not have that choice. You might not have that choice. So come over here. So everybody knows I ran lots of water. And I also talked to the plumber. Well, I talked to the plumber who installed the electronic meter. Okay? He's got the same name I got, by the way. So I asked him about a 30-day warranty for the lateral lines where they attach to the sewer. And, he said, well, you might want to read your paperwork, because he's never heard of anything like that. And he mentioned some builders around here that, if this builder offers a 30-day lateral line warranty, he's the only one in the neighborhood. He's the only builder offering that. He's kind of unique in that. That's his impression. And he doesn't have the same name as I do. Pretty close. But, this is all hearsay. You need to find out what your warranty is. I do know that the primary bedroom, bathroom, shower doesn't drain like it should. I know that much. But I did what I could, and I don't know what to tell you about the warranty. Okay, so, man, rain gutters at the front. I get to keep talking. You want me to talk some more? Okay. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. Huh. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. It's called a clue. I get it. People like, if it looks pretty, people like that, Got all these little box bushes or whatever those are, little hollies or boxes or something, and your crepe myrtles, and you got your wood mulch there. It kind of looks, homey. But termites love that stuff. They say, oh no, they don't eat this type of wood. I found plenty of termites in this type of wood. If you want to keep it next to your house, that's a personal decision. If you'd like to do something else, nobody would fault you for trying to stay away from termites when you can. You're already keeping the fence. You're already keeping the bathroom. You're already keeping the kitchen. Okay, rain gutter should not be closer to the brickwork than 1 inch. The butt end should not be closer than 1 inch. And then, where the roof slope intersects with the wall, there should be kick-out flashing, so the water would go around and into the rain gutter. And then, rain gutter, now this is kind of ugly, and I get it, but rain gutter should not discharge directly onto the roof covering. Okay, that's going to wear out faster. But, and I hate discounting my work, but our roofs in North Texas, they only last about 14 years anyway. So, what's the real cost, disadvantage of that? I don't know. I don't like discounting my work. But this will, the solution, you'd have a rain gutter coming right down into the rain gutter, a gutter coming into the other gutter, because that's where it's going anyway. It goes down here, and then goes down there, and then comes out here. And so, it'd look kind of ugly, So aesthetically, this is more appealing, But is it correct? No. No, that's not the definition of correct. So, and then, okay, so our rain gutter comes down here, got it? And comes down here, and then comes down here, and it comes down here. And then, so if anybody's visiting you in the rain, it's gonna be, they're gonna have to like step over this stuff that's the good thing about this, if you could call it that, is it's the only one that discharges far enough away from the house. Okay, because if you use the sidewalk on this, and then, we're looking at, 10 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet goes out, but no, that's a nuisance, and a trip nuisance. You think that's going to get boogered up? I do. That's what I think. Coming on along. You sealed? Yeah, kinda. It's kinda sealed. Moving on along. We got a in-wall pest control service here, and my understanding is that they work pretty good. I am licensed. My category is wood destroying insects. That's not for wood destroying insects. That's for crickets and stuff like that. If you want to get rid of spiders, get rid of the crickets and stuff like that, because spiders eat other bugs. They're your friends. I'm not saying that you want them in your house, but that's for the bugs that spiders eat. Those bugs go away, the spiders go away. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's another swamp. Okay. Is that drainage? No, that's not drainage. Okay. Moving on along, we should have a control joint over here. Got another flag. They're red now. Okay, see this control joint? Comes up all the way to the top. They need to cut that out. No, they don't. They need to fill the other one in like that.